Alrighty guys, today I am going to doing a video on the way that I gather stone, and I think this is going to change the way you do it with the Doedicurus. There are options to use the Dunkleo, however the island map does not have any underwater metal nodes, so I feel like that is the bread and butter of the Dunkleo, is being able to get all those underwater metal nodes pretty uncontested. So first I'm going to show you guys just how the Doedicurus performs on land. So what we're gonna do is head right outside the gates here. We're gonna take a quick look at it. So by no means is the Doedicurus slow. It walks pretty quick, and it also has a roll feature. But unless you're somewhere that is just like highly saturated with stone, it's not the fastest land mount. So I got about 255 there. Walk over here. Okay, 215 there. 612 total. So, but as you can see, the swing speed is pretty slow, and having to go from rock to rock obviously isn't the most proficient in my opinion. Let me show you guys how I stone that has allowed me to cut my time, into a fraction what it takes to build obviously big bases, big walls, and just have like a stockpile of stone that you need if you wanted to use it for the industrial grinder or whatever you want to use for it. I step right out my gates and I go into the ocean. In the ocean, your swing speed increases dramatically. Literally, just have to go along the ocean floor, preferably the shallower areas, but as you go along the ocean floor, you're able to just swing, swing, swing. So you move very quickly as you're going through. You can actually use the same technique that you would for a donkey, the water mount, for the Doedicurus as well. So while we were on land, what in the world? Oh wow, okay. But while you were on land, we got about a little less than 1,000 stone, and right now we got almost 5,000. So that means that we got 4 times as much in about the same amount of time. I'm just gonna go right. But yeah, and what I'm going to show you next, if you've got a Doedicurus that doesn't have any oxygen stat, this may be more difficult, but just kind of limit how deep you go. But you can actually use the Doe here to go up to the reefs, and you can just swing away. And you'll gather a tremendous amount of stone without having to move much. And as I said, you swing so much faster underwater that you can substantially increase your stone gathering very, very easily. As you can see, I am literally just smashing the stone, getting a tremendous amount of it. Usually when I go out, I spend about 5 minutes and I bring back somewhere in the ballpark of 30 to 40,000 stone. I want to spend longer, obviously you can get more. And the only downside, I mean, you can typically take regular sharks, especially if you've got a melee built one, but you don't want to get into a situation with an alpha or something like that, just because you don't have the ability to do the alphas. I actually have a alpha Tuso that spawns real close to my base. It happened several times, and that thing will just shred. I don't guess it has numerous times. But you can go along the ocean floor here and just be smashing these corals with the Doedicurus extremely quickly, and you don't have to stop. As you can see, even when I'm swinging, I'm still moving. So you can be going on to the next rock as you're swinging on the one that you're hitting right now. And this is just, in my opinion, a tremendous increase in how much you can get stone-wise in a very short amount of time, especially if you live somewhere, right off the coast, where you can hop in the water and then bam, you're off. Other thing is, if you live next to the coast, there's no need to do the whole pick them up with the RG, put them down with the RG, all that stuff. If you do get to a point where you're running out of stamina for some reason, or you're low on oxygen, your doughy will go up faster than you can. So just unmount. I get the bug. I think I got. So just jump off your doughy, and it'll go up to the surface. At which point you can continue. Wow. So that is a common bug on Ark right now, that whenever you dismount sometimes, it puts you in this weird mode where you like see your internals and you can't access. Fairly annoying. But pretty quick to get back in. But again, yeah, just try to get right off the coast. Some place that has rocks. I don't know that there's any place off the coast that doesn't have like a plethora of rocks to hit. But this is my preferred method of getting stone. You know, unfortunately, you know, a lot of the stone areas that you're going to go to, especially like if you go to like the volcano, or you go to any of the other, you know, high density rock locations, going to have a lot of competition if you're on PvP especially. I never see anyone in the water. Very, very rarely when I'm out in the water will I see somebody like swim by on a shark or a cheers. But it almost seems like people avoid the water like the plague, and I think the ocean is one of the best places on. I just feel like there's so much possibility out there. I can't wait for the maps that have metal nodes under the water, because at that point you're literally getting uncontested free metal, which is my favorite. So, but yeah, as you can see, we'll get up on land here again. Is that an Alpha Rex right next to my base? Oh no, okay. We'll just get some stamina real quick, but if, let's just say that we wanted to do this on land. We'll even run. You have to, you stop when you swing, then you have to keep going. Stop when you swing, then you get to keep. I mean, it's just a lot slower. I'm not saying that you gather any less rocks whenever you're on land, because it seems like you get the same amount of stone, you know, per swing, maybe a little bit less, just depending. But yeah, the best method, especially for, you know, quick gathering and more of a proficient time spent out, especially if you're on PvP, the last thing you want to do is have like an hour out there where you're just a target for whoever wants to come by and bowl you or whatever else it may be. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting stone, there's no question, but it is just nowhere near how fast. Like I've already kind of saturated, like I've got all this area over here kind of cleared out just from minutes ago. Now we are on a boosted server. It's 3 times rates. So if you are playing on like official or whatever else it is, don't look at the numbers as much as you would just the speed you're able to hit. But in just a couple of minutes of doing this, right now I'm looking at the 8-minute marker on here. One of those, you know, obviously I had to re-log in and showing the land stuff as well. But in just the few minutes that I've been doing this, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 30,000 stone. I mean, that is insanity. And again, this is only 3 times. So if you get yourself a good Doedicurus and you can actually go out into the water like this and just start smashing these coral reefs and smashing the rocks that are available to you, you're going to speed up your stone gathering so much that hopefully you'll never have to gather stone on land again. And you can actually do it from the comfort of ocean, where, like I said, typically there is just not anyone out there. Here. Then bam, you're home. That's it, guys. If you liked this, please feel free to subscribe. If you have any other suggestions or maybe the way you do things, go ahead and feel free to put that in the comments as well. I'm always looking for new ways to get better at Ark and new ways to you know, obviously do things as proficiently as possible. So, man, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching.